Hello everyone and welcome to my presentation. Myself, Siddesh Sunil Vaviskar. I am second year B.Pharm student studying at Sir M.S. Gosavi College of Pharmacy, Nashik. Did you know that why we get sneeze when dust is present around us? This sneezing action is an response to the foreign dust particle by body to remove it outside or to prevent it from getting inside the body. This response to allergens or dust particles is done by chemical released by the body called histamine. So, today I am going to cover the general information about the drug histamine. This is my flow presentation starting from introduction of drug and ending with references. Starting with the introductory part, histamine, the first autocode to be discovered. The word autocode means self-cure drug or chemical. Histamine is an chemical messenger that mediates the cellular responses in the body, such as inflammatory reactions, allergic reactions, gastric acid secretion, and also limited neurotransmitter action in the brain. Histamine is an biogenic amine found in many tissues of body, including mast cell, basophil, lymphocyte, neurons, and gastric enterochromatin-like cells. Now, the question is how it gets synthesized in body. Let's see. Histamine is an amine formed by the decarboxylation of amino acid named histidine by the action of enzyme histidine decarboxylase. As you can see here, the removal of carboxylic group from the amino acid histidine leads to the formation of drug histamine. After the synthesis, the next step is release of histamine. The release of histamine is done by two processes. The first one, immunologic release, and second one is chemical and mechanical release. In immunologic release, mast cell sensitized by immunoglobulin E antibodies when attached to their surface membrane, it gets degranulates explosively when exposed to the appropriate antigen. This type of release requires energy, which is in the form of ATP. The degranulation leads to simultaneous release of histamine, adenosine triphosphate, and other mediators that are stored in the granules. This is known as type 1 immediate allergic reactions. The reactions such as high fever and acute urticaria. In the second process, which is chemical and mechanical release, chemical and mechanical mast cell injury causes degranulation and release of histamine. Drugs such as morphine and tobacurarine can displace histamine from its bound form within the cell. This type of release does not require any energy and is not associated with the mast cell injury or the process degranulation. The loss of granules from the mast cell also releases histamine. Now coming towards the structure of histamine. Histamine is an beta imidazole ethylamine derivative. It consists of an amino group and imidazole ring which are connected by two methylene groups. The chemical formula of histamine is C5H9N3 and the molecular weight was found to be 111.15. These are some H1 receptor agonists which I have mentioned here. The first one histamine, the second one is 2-thiazole ethylamine and the third one is 2-pyridyl ethylamine. Here I had mentioned H2 receptor stimulants or agonists, named respectively dimaprid and ipromidine. The clinical uses of drug histamine are mentioned below. The first one, the practical application of histamine are limited to uses as a diagnostic agent. Histamine is used to assess non-specific bronchial hyperactivity in asthmatics and as a positive control injection during allergy skin testing. Here are some side effects or adverse effects of drug histamine: itching, urticaria, flushing, hypotension, tachycardia, bronchospasm, angioedema, wakefulness, or increasing gastric acid secretion. Here are some antihistaminic drugs with their generic name, brand name, and dosage as mentioned in the given table. The antihistaminic drugs are of two types: the first generation antihistaminic drug and second generation antihistaminic drug. These drugs are taken via oral route of administration. As mentioned in the table, the generic name having diphenhydramine having brand name Benadryl is one of the familiar and common antihistaminic drug. And in second generation, the cetirizine generic name and brand name having Zyrtec is one of the common antihistaminic drugs. These are some key references. That's what I wanted to share with you. Thank you.